Hey guys, welcome back to this 8th episode of this Bradford Road to Glory series, where we try to aim to win the FA Cup by only signing players under the age of 24 and also making all our signings based on data. If you also want to know how you can start signing players based on data, go ahead and click the link in the description of this video and it will lead you to another video which will explain it perfectly. With that out of the way, I want to show you a couple of things before we start the episode. I am now studying for the Continental Pro license, so Jake Jacobson will almost be maxed out when it comes to his coaching licenses, and that means that he will look something like this, but maybe a little bit better, maybe a little bit more attacking, defending, technical, mental, and tactical, and maybe his mental will also improve, but I think his mental is already very good. We have also gotten better training facilities. As you can see, they're now adequate, which is nice. I'm trying to upgrade them along the way, but the board doesn't really want to join us since our finances aren't always as positive as they should be. Then also we're still renting this stadium for 513k per year, so I might consider buying it when we have enough money. Of course, now we're in the championship, the prices of our players are getting inflated a lot more, so we might be able to sell some of them for very good deals. Well, we couldn't previously, so let's hope that we can make a big signing, or big sale, sorry, and then we can invest that money back into the club. Because as you can see, the wages really pay a toll. We're down a lot, and that is really because we're paying more wages, but also I hope that at the end of the championship season we'll get a lot more money in, since the championship just pays a lot more money when it comes to ticketing, but also when it comes to sponsorship income. Hey, 93.5% of you are not subscribed to my channel yet. Please do consider subscribing, as it really helps me out a ton and it keeps me motivated to make more awesome content. With that out of the way, let's move on to the video. Let's now take a look how Bradford City did in the championship. As you can see, of the first 3 games we've won 2 and drawn 1, which isn't bad. After that we lost 2, but against Wolves and Sheffield United that is acceptable. After that a draw, a win, and after that we really started kicking off. Look at all these wins, small margins, but 2-1, 2-1, 1-0. We did really well. I adjusted our tactic as well during the matches to play either positive or cautious, and all of these games, us winning these games, means that we're now in 2nd place in the championship. I can't actually believe it. It's so insane, because we are there and we should be there. If we look at our XG, we are in 2nd place, but it's just insane to imagine that we're once again in the promotion places of the championship. That is absolutely absurd. I don't understand how we're doing this, but we're performing very well, and we're even 5 points clear of the 3rd place team, and the 3rd until the 6th have to play the promotion playoffs. So I was aiming for a top half finish, but if we keep this going, we might actually make it in the Premier League back to back, but don't expect anything from this. I'm already happy when we reach the top half finish. I was talking about that we needed 45 points. Well, we already have that, so we won't get relegated anymore. So let's just try our best to stay in the championship, and maybe we can dream of a place in the Premier League. Anyway, in January we once again have a transfer window. Of course, I don't think a lot's going to happen. Our scouting rate, it's pretty limited. We don't have a lot of transfer budget, and a wage budget also isn't too big. So I think we'd first have to sell someone or get rid of someone before we can really make some additional signings. I am also not hoping to make any signings, because the squad as it is performing very well. As you can see, these are all of our starters, and they're all performing 6.7 or higher, with some of them really sticking out, like Boyce is performing insanely well, and also Luca Fletcher. I've been playing a lot. This guy is absolutely very good for this game. Good physicals, good technicals, and if anyone's seen the video from Zealand as well, you'll see that physical is really more important than anything else. what will happen right now is I will sim through once again to the end of the transfer window. I will play all of these games and let you know how we did. I think these games are pretty tough because we're playing Leeds, which are a good team, Coventry, who are actually a very good team with very high wages as well. As you can see, paying 29k for one player, that's absolutely insane in my opinion. But they're not that highly placed. The other games should be fairly easy. Maybe Fulham will pose a threat because they also have someone on 97k a week, which is, I mean, we'll get there. We'll probably be paying that in no time, but that's just so much money. Anyway, I'll be simming those. Last thing I wanted to show you is that I'm hiring a lot of staff for our club during the season, so it might come a change in the staff, but once again, I'm asking for more staff. They're saying no because of this, because of our low overall balance. So I'm really hoping that we can sell a player for some massive profit and use that to increase the club. Anyway, I will see you at the end of the January transfer window. We have arrived at the 3rd of February, and let's start with the players that we've sold. First of all, Brad Halliday left to Derry City for 30k. He wasn't playing a lot, he had some wages on the books, so we managed to sell him off. Next to him, also Tyler Smith, 27-year-old, left the club for Stockport, I think in the League 1, yes. He's left on a free. It's good for us, cause his wages were about 4k, so it's good that he left. Then also Colin Whelan, who we actually brought in on a free a couple seasons ago, didn't really get the playing time that we need for someone like that. Only played 2 games last season, so we sold him on to League 1 side MK Donsk for 250k, so a nice little profit there. And then the biggest sale of the series so far, JJ McKiernan went to Reading for 3.4 million, and we're still getting 800k if he plays 20 matches. This guy is bang average, I would say, but if we look at how good he did for us, he scored 11 goals and 3 assists in League 1. Then in the Championship he didn't really play a lot, mainly as a substitute he came in, so I just managed to sell him on for 3.4 mil, which is actually quite nice. And of course, we reinvested some of that money back into the squad. We made one big signing in Rodrigo Muniz, earning 7k a week, paid 275k for him, so not even that much. He was playing for Fulham in the Premier League, but he didn't get any playing time there. He didn't get off to the best start yet, but look at this guy, he's very well rounded, and he's already, I would say, kind of beginning Premier League level. 3 games, he didn't really play that well, like I said before, but hopefully this guy can really flourish because he does have everything to be a good player. Next on the list, Guilherme Montoya. We brought him in from Norwich. They're currently playing in the Championship. A very good player. Played 2 games for us, not too good already, but I think he still has to really get going on 10k a week, so very expensive, so I hope this guy will do well, and you'll see why I brought him in. Look at these mental stats, absolutely insane, very well rounded, and that is what we're looking for. Didn't pay that much for him, only 100k, and he's already valued at 400k, so if we could sell him all in the future, that would be very nice. And then one big signing on which we spent a little bit more than I expected to. Welcome to Bradford City Football Club, Lilial Cameron. Currently he can only play in the advanced forward position, but this guy will be our new striker. Look at this holy trinity, 14 passing, 12 technique, very good physicals, and a very well-rounded mentals as well. Brought him in for 1 million from Dundee United, where he played pretty well, I would say. His only lack is in the leadership and in aggression, but I think he'll be a very good backup for us to get. It cost us 1 million, which is quite expensive, but this guy is a very good Championship player. So if we manage to just develop him, get him going, and we're able to sell him on again for that 7k a week, I think we'll have a very good deal. So welcome once again, Leo Cameron. And those are all the departures and signings that we've made. We've spent 1.5 million where we gained 4.5. All of that money is still in our overall balance. As you can see, we still have a very big transfer budget, but I didn't want to spend it all to make sure that we keep some healthy finances, so I might spend that in the next transfer window. About how we did, you can look in the schedule. We've lost 2 out of 3 games, sorry, and we've tied 1. Well, this felt like a loss, so currently we're still sitting in 2nd place, but a little bit less comfortable than before. And as you can see, I think we should be able to make the promotions. That will be very, very nice. Next up, some tough games, as you can see. Sheffield United, Sunderland should be easy, Swansea and Middlesbrough, but then again, West Brom were in 16th, Coventry were in 20th, and I think Leeds were in 7th, so we are losing some easy games. Maybe I messed up the dynamics a little bit, but let's hope that we can still finish in those promotion spots, which would be nice. I hope we don't get an automatic promotion, because no way this team is able to take on the Premier League clubs, but another year in the Championship would be nice, so we can build up the team a little bit more before we try to win the Championship and go on to the Premier League. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, you'll see our youth intake, and you'll also see how we did at the end of our first ever Championship season. I want to thank you all for watching. If you have some suggestions of challenges that we can do in these series, please drop them down in the comments and I'll have a look at them. Once again, if you also want to make signings based on data, go ahead and click the link in the description below. Once again, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one.